So when will workers' comp offer settlement? Well, realistically, workers' compensation, the insurance company, the adjuster, they want to settle most all the time. From the time they first receive that claim form and basically any time thereafter, workers' comp wants to settle. The question really becomes, can there be a meeting of the minds and can you get it approved by a judge? So anytime that claim is open, workers' compensation knows that they have exposure. Things can always get worse. You could end up needing surgery. If you have surgery, there could be an infection. The infection may lead to need for additional surgeries. Things can always get worse. So workers' comp likes to minimize that exposure. They like to be able to close a claim because then it's done, it's off the books. They don't have to have money set aside for anything that might go wrong in the future. The question really is, can there be a meeting of the minds? Because when you first file a workers' compensation claim, there's not really much medical reporting. So if the doctor in the initial report notes that you have minimal pain, maybe you need some over-the-counter pain medication or anti-inflammatories, there's no talk of studies such as nerve conduction testing or MRI studies. There's no talk of referral to a surgeon. You can probably come to an agreement with the adjuster early on. If there's talk from that primary treating physician early on of referring you out, let's say, to a neurosurgeon or an orthopedic surgeon, it starts to get more difficult to come to a meeting of the minds. From your perspective, as an injured worker with no attorney, you're worried about, do I need surgery? If I need surgery, what will that cost? How long will I be off work due to the surgery? What temporary disability would I be giving up by settling? What additional treatment or physical therapy will I need? From the adjuster's perspective, from workers' comp perspective, they may be thinking, utilization review may not authorize a surgery. There may not really be a need for surgery, so it might not be that bad. So it gets tough to come to a meeting of the minds. But it is possible. The next step then is that you need to be able to get it approved by a judge, because once a settlement, especially with an injured worker that has no attorney, when that settlement goes to the judge has to determine if the settlement is adequate. Without having a QME report, that independent doctor, or without having a permanent and stationary report from the treating physician, it's difficult for the judge to say, yes, this settlement really is adequate. So when will workers' comp offer settlement? Anytime they think there's a chance of settling. If they haven't offered settlement to you yet, you're certainly free to contact workers' comp at any time and say, I'm interested in settling now, or I know I have a QME coming up, but I'm interested in settling. Then it just becomes a matter of whether you and the insurance company can agree on a dollar amount. So when will they offer settlement? Whenever they think there's a good chance of settling. At what point in the case? Really at any point in the case. From filing the claim until you've gone through surgery and seen a QME, settlement really is possible at any time. You just have to be able to explain it to a judge so the judge will approve it.